In case you're considering going into business, you're likely energized and all around apprehensive. The idea of working for yourself can be engaging, but on the other hand it's scaring, and you most likely have a great deal of inquiries. Regardless of whether you're simply in the arranging stages, thinking about how to structure your business, or uncertain about how to tie down the subsidizing to get your business off the ground, discovering answers to your inquiries will assist you with getting your business fully operational. Method 1: Planning your business. 1. What are the most beneficial independent ventures? By and large, you'll locate the most potential for benefit in the event that you start a business centered around something that you know truly well and are energetic about. In any case, some private ventures will in general perform superior to other people. In case you're simply beginning, it's acceptable to concentrate on a region where you can turn a benefit rapidly. At that point, you'll have space to extend later. 1. Administration-based organizations that don't require a lot of an underlying expense will in general perform well and are likewise moderately simple to scale up. For instance, in the event that you have ability in a specific area, you may begin a counseling business in that segment. You can work out of your home first and foremost, which spares you a great deal of overhead. In case you're inventive and well-informed, you should seriously mull over a website composition business. Most organizations, and numerous people, need their own site, however don't have the opportunity or enthusiasm to figure out how to make one themselves. Assessment readiness and accounting administrations in like manner can be begun with minimal overhead, and you can depend on verbal exchange for a great deal of your promoting. In any case, this sort of business is commonly most appropriate to somebody with a bookkeeping or law degree who is confirmed as a bookkeeper. 2. Do I truly require a proper marketable strategy? As a rule, yes, in spite of the fact that it should not have to be as point by point as you might suspect or be in a specific configuration. In case you're anticipating getting any outside speculation for your business, in any case, you'll unquestionably require a marketable strategy. Loan specialists likewise regularly require a strategy as a major aspect of your application package. 2. Statistical surveying is an essential piece of any marketable strategy since it causes you comprehend the interest for your business and task how likely your business is to get beneficial. Take a gander at the interest for the item or administration you intend to offer and how that request is at present being met. In case you're contemplating applying for a credit, most loan specialists require a field-tested strategy with projections for the following 5 years of activity, including when you foresee turning a benefit. Independent company moneylenders ordinarily give you direction on the sorts of data they need to find in a marketable strategy. In any event, for a generally little, straightforward business, a field-tested strategy can help keep you engaged and composed. For instance, on the off chance that you need to open a consultancy business out of your home, your field-tested strategy will assist you with foreseeing advertising needs and examine the interest for your administrations. 3. What sort of organizations would I be able to run from home? A significant number of the most gainful new companies are additionally organizations you can run from home, in any event at first. On the off chance that your essential contact with your clients or customers will be over the web, you have a business that can without much of a stretch be run from home. 3. Organizations that are centered basically around you offering an assistance to others ordinarily work best for an at-home business. On the off chance that you can venture out to your customers or speak with them basically via telephone and web, there's actually no requirement for you to have committed office space outside of the home. There are a couple of organizations that would be hard to run from home. For instance, in the event that you need to begin a business having anything to do with food, you'd make some hard memories running it from home since you would almost certainly cross paths with nearby well-being and sanitation prerequisites. 4. How would I think of a name for my business? Finding the best business name can be the most energizing piece of beginning your business, however it can likewise be the most frightening. Eventually, you need something that is short, interesting, critical, and simple to articulate. Nonetheless, really concocting something that meets those standards is regularly simpler said than done. 4. One accommodating activity is to set a clock for 2 minutes and record all the brands you can consider, all things being equal. At that point, take a gander at your rundown and break down those names. Attempt to concoct reasons that are so snappy and essential. The qualities you think of can assist you with finding your very own business name. Utilizing your name as a major aspect of your business name is regular with independent ventures, especially on the off chance that you plan on keeping your business family claimed. In case you're making some hard memories, have a meeting to generate new ideas with loved ones. You can think of something incredible when you have a few people skipping thoughts off of one another. Tip: search the trademark enlistment database for your zone, regardless of whether you don't anticipate trademarking your business name. You need to ensure nobody else is utilizing the name you've found. 5. Do I have to have any specific business experience? You positively needn't bother with an MBA to go into business. Numerous effective entrepreneurs never went to a solitary business college class. Notwithstanding, some comprehension of the principles and guidelines for your industry and area will shield you from making conceivably exorbitant mistakes. 5. For instance, in case you're anticipating opening up an eatery, get a duplicate of the nearby sanitation guidelines and ensure you get them. Quest online for a neighborhood independent venture affiliation. These gatherings have instructive assets that will assist you with understanding the rudiments of business fund and activities. You can likewise enlist specialists, including a legal counselor and a bookkeeper, to assist you with beginning. A significant number of these experts offer free or limited administrations for individuals beginning new organizations. 6. How would I know whether I'm equipped for maintaining my own business? This is an inquiry no one but you can reply, in spite of the fact that it depends somewhat on the sort of business you need to begin. Be that as it may, even the most straightforward at-home organizations expect you to be somebody who is self-taught and ready to productively deal with your own time and resources. 6. On the off chance that you plan on having workers, you ought to have probably some administration encounter and be happy with driving individuals and instructing them. Reviewing a strategy can assist you with making sense of on the off chance that you genuinely have the stuff to maintain your own business. Peruse your arrangement and ask yourself inquiries about how you would deal with various possibilities that may come up. Method 2: structuring your business. 1. Do I have to enlist my business? Not all spots expect organizations to enroll with the legislature, yet regardless of whether you're not required to enlist, it's as yet a smart thought to do as such. Also, enlisting your name secures it so nobody else can utilize a similar name as you for the business. 7. Enlisting your business is ordinarily required on the off chance that you need to start a business ledger or apply for credits. Numerous urban communities and towns expect organizations to have a permit. Your neighborhood private venture affiliation or office of trade will have more data about these prerequisites. 2. How would I choose which business structure is directly for my business? By and large, the best business structure for you relies upon how huge you need your business to be and what number of individuals are associated with its development. You'll likewise need to consider whether you need to shield yourself from being by at risk for any business obligations or commitments. There are 4 essential kinds of business structures. 8. A sole ownership is the most essential business structure. You own and maintain the business, yet the business isn't discrete from you specifically, which means you can be held at risk for any business obligations and commitments. You document charges for the business on your very own assessments. An organization resembles a sole ownership, aside from at any rate one other individual possesses the business alongside you. A company makes a different element, which means you aren't by at risk for business obligations and commitments. In any case, joining additionally involves following enrollment and announcing prerequisites. A restricted risk organization is a half and half of the corporate structure and the sole ownership. For the most part, this kind of business appreciates the expense treatment of a sole ownership and the individual risk assurance of an enterprise. Tip: the business structure you pick is as much about your very own inclination as it is whatever else. It may bode well to begin as a sole ownership to keep it basic. At that point, take a gander at joining following a couple of years if your business develops altogether. 3. Do I need to join my business? No. Actually, consolidation just makes a few organizations progressively hard to fire up and run. In case you're anticipating showing your business to yourself and not recruiting a ton of representatives, utilizing a corporate structure may be needless excess for you. 9. It can assist with taking a gander at patterns in your industry. In the event that by far most of new companies in your part are joined, it may bode well for you to fuse. Nonetheless, if a large portion of them are sole ownerships, that structure ought to be fine for you also. 4. Where would it be advisable for me to join my business? For enormous organizations, this is a huge inquiry due to the corporate guidelines and duty codes of various areas. Be that as it may, in case you're simply beginning, it's commonly best to join your business where you live. 10. For instance, in case you're beginning a business in the US, you should frame your organization in an express that doesn't demand corporate duties. In any case, if your chief spot of business is in the state where you live, and your state levies corporate duties, you may wind up paying them in any case. You likewise need to consider travel necessities. On the off chance that you consolidate in one state or locale, that for the most part implies that you can be sued there. On the off chance that it would be badly designed for you to head out to that zone to safeguard against a claim, you should adhere nearer to home. 5. How would I get a different expense ID number for my business? Your nation's duty division issues charge IDs. Commonly, you can get a different assessment ID number for any business, regardless of whether you've chosen not to consolidate it. 11. In the event that you've chosen to maintain your business as a sole owner, a different duty ID number ensures your security. Else, you would almost certainly need to give your customers your own duty ID number, which could put you at higher hazard for data fraud. 6. How might I shield myself from obligation as a sole owner? In case you're a sole owner, you're by and by at risk for the obligations and commitments of your business. For certain kinds of organizations, this implies risking your own benefits. Be that as it may, there are a few things you can do to insure yourself without framing a different business entity. 12. For specialists, authors, and other assistance-based organizations, mistakes and exclusions protection can cover you and secure your own advantages in case of a business-related claim. Drafting gets that secure your risk is another alternative for customer-based organizations. In your agreement, you can explicitly restrain risk by portraying what you won't assume liability for. Have a lawyer draft some essential agreements for you that you can adjust for various customers and various circumstances. There are additionally things you can do to abstain from stumbling into difficulty in any case. For instance, keeping computerized records supported up and secure will help ensure you against an information break that may bargain the data of your customers or clients. Method 3. Funding your business. 1. Would I be able to begin a business with no cash? While it is in fact conceivable to begin a business even while you have almost no cash in the bank, this methodology requires cautious intending to utilize the assets you do have adequately. Take a gander at the assets you do have accessible to you and consider what you can do before you begin requiring funds. 13. Administration-based organizations are ordinarily the best to begin in the event that you have constrained supports accessible. In the event that you can begin your business from home, you would commonly have constrained beginning up costs. For certain organizations, you can fire little and scale up as your business develops. For instance, in the event that you need to begin a conveyance administration, you could begin by conveying with your own vehicle until you bring in enough cash to purchase or rent a van. Tip: don't neglect to think about the expense of hardware. Regardless of whether you as of now have things you can utilize, changing hardware from individual to business use can bring about significantly more mileage. You may find that you have to fix or supplant things sooner than you would something else. 2. What amount does it cost to go into business? The underlying cash you'll have to begin your business relies upon the kind of business you need to begin and what you'll have to purchase to get your business fully operational. For basic, locally situated organizations, you may not in fact need any cash to begin. Be that as it may, in the event that you need to begin a retail location or eatery, you'll need to put out a decent arrangement of cash up front. 14. For instance, on the off chance that you need to begin a counseling business from home, you can most likely get your business fully operational for short of what US $500. This would incorporate the expense of any enrollment or licenses, setting up a site, and fundamental publicizing for your administrations. On the off chance that you needed to consolidate, your expenses would be at any rate twofold that. Then again, in the event that you needed to begin an eatery, you'd almost certainly be seeing beginning up costs of US $30,000 or more. Opening an establishment is regularly more affordable than opening an eatery without any preparation and furthermore accompanies a lot of preparing. 3. How might I fundraise for my business? In the event that you need to begin a business and you're missing the mark on reserves, the best activity is make a financial plan and spare the beginning up reserves you'll require. In the event that that isn't practical, think about connecting with loved ones for help. You may likewise attempt swarm financing on the web to raise money. 15. Remember that individuals you request cash for your business are going to need to know why they should help. Be prepared to disclose to them how novel and essential your business is and why it's significant for them to contribute. On the off chance that you contact individuals legitimately for subsidizing, they may likewise be keen on turning into an accomplice so they have a stake in the proceeded with achievement of the business. Regardless of the amount you need cash, this isn't a choice to trifle with. Ensure you're okay with them being a piece of your endeavor before taking any cash from them. 4. Shouldn't something be said about applying for a line of credit? There are credits accessible for private companies. In any case, a large portion of these advances are just accessible for organizations that are as of now in presence, not organizations that are simply beginning out. 16. Banks and credit associations now and again offer beginning up advances to private companies. Start with your own bank or credit association, particularly on the off chance that you've had a record there for quite a long while, you may have better karma. Since your business hasn't begun at this point, any loan specialist will assess your own FICO rating and financial record while thinking about your application. They'll additionally take a gander at your experience to decide whether you have the capabilities to work a fruitful business. 5. Would I be able to get investment subsidizing? You most likely catch wind of tech new companies that get millions in investment for an application or other tech thought. Be that as it may, in the realm of independent ventures by and large, drawing in the consideration of financial speculators is extremely uncommon. While it tends to be enticing to dream that a heavenly attendant speculator will dive in and deal with the entirety of your money-related hardships, it's unmistakably increasingly practical to look for subsidizing from progressively earthbound sources, for example, family and friends. 17. In case you're not kidding about searching for funding financing, inquire about funding firms and individual speculators completely. Send inquiries to speculators who have a reputation of financing organizations like yours. To get the eyes of an investor, your business should be fastidiously arranged. These are proficient speculators who need to realize they can confide in your projections of future salary and development. 6. Would it be a good idea for me to expect speculators to consent to a non-divulgence arrangement (NDA)? On the off chance that you have a thought for an item, application, or other creation, you might be stressed over speculators taking your thought. A NDA can ensure your thought, yet it will likewise make it hard for you to converse with speculators and get the word out about your product. 18. Rather than requiring NDAs, to the foundation investigate essential and vet your potential financial specialists before you broadly expound on your thought. Just give subtleties to individuals you trust.